Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Welcome back to Abstract Medicine. Welcome back, welcome back. Thank you for those of you who have joined from the Instagram, abstract_medicine. That's the Instagram, abstract_medicine. Thank you. And for those of you who have joined from my brand art Instagram, that's cristal_fischetti. That's cristal_fischetti. My name is Cristallina. I hope you're all doing well. And welcome to another extended video. I'm kind of enjoying these weekly videos. I've been very busy, as you can tell. For those of you who have been following Insta, I've also been working hard on the podcast called Hype A, Hypea, Hype A, which is all about amplifying voices in the arts. And that's been garnering a lot of success. So a lot of my energies have been there, a lot of my energies have been setting up the new home, as you know, and I just think that things are just settling into its right place. So for those of you who have joined on the Instagram, this is the message that came through on Abstract Medicine from the Wild Unknown Kim Krantz deck. It's the Wild Unknown archetype cards. And we have the unseen. So basically, these are the messages that are coming through for this week. The unseen, so something that you are not aware of, possibly, or something that maybe you're just not looking at in the way that it needs to. Maybe you're just... I'm seeing someone who's kind of like surpassing through with their gaze something. And maybe it's about paying attention to what's in front of you rather than sort of running and rushing ahead, possibly. There's also something that I mentioned on the Abstract Medicine Instagram about maybe there's an opening of your third eye, especially for those of you who are going through your Saturn return at this time, which is being amplified with the numbers, the Roman numbers here of 27, which is usually the age time that the Saturn return happens, and it goes for about 4 years. It happens and it's continuous for about 4 years, where everything changes in your life, and you definitely do feel it. You definitely are aware of it, that you are going through your Saturn return. Whether you call it that, whether you're aware that it's called that or not, it's not really of any importance. But for those of you who are on your spiritual journey, I'm here to guide you. And talking about guides and guiding, I have a few announcements to make. So as I do that, I'm just going to adjust the camera. So the announcement that I have to make is something that came through in the last reading here on the extended YouTube video. So I have a new guide, and I was unaware. I mean, I was aware of this guide, I was aware of him, but I wasn't quite sure if he was going to be my main guide moving forward. So his name is Commander Ashtar, and he is essentially like a general character. So he's sort of, I just saw 44 on the timer, so that's perfect timing, because 44 talks about ascended mastery. And I'm just looking at one of the decks, and my sister, another soul sister of mine, Magali, shout out to Magali, sent me an email, or rather a message, about a book about a deck that she had found. And this deck is a deck that I use on this channel. Oh, just before all the cards fall everywhere. And the deck is this one here, Messages of Life. So we'll be using those today as well. So thank you, Magali, for also reminding me about this deck too. So basically, this guide, it's quite interesting with the double eyes here as well, isn't it? We'll get into it. But just before I properly get into the channeling, I'll be honest, I was a little bit freaked out after the session, because I think he had a lot to say, and his energy is very commanding. and I have huge respect for him, to be honest. You know, when guides come through in that very strong way, we must question, we must ask, you know, whether they have positive intentions or not. And I meditated over it for about 3 days, and I also got psychic advice about it too. Okay, so yes, it is official. He is an important person. I do say person, he's not human, but he's an important person that's going to be appearing for, I don't know, for however long on Abstract Medicine. I do know, and that I am aware that my followings, or the people that are coming through on Abstract Medicine here on YouTube, and also just online, generally speaking, on the socials, could be changing a little bit, because they could be strong followers of him. Commander Ashtar is, as I said, a general character, so he's very military. He is the commander of a fleet called the Galactic Federation. If you have an idea of the UN here on this planet, where there are conferences and talks about how certain countries and states, particularly countries rather, should deal with things specifically with regard to wars and crises, especially that we've had recently in the last 2 years. The Galactic Federation have been a fleet. I'm hearing a fleet, so the channeling is going to be starting soon. But anyway, a fleet that hovers around certain planets, and has a representative of each planet on that fleet. And on that fleet, they discuss the future being an irrelevant abstract word anyway. So this is where he comes in, because he's very cool actually with explaining things like that. Sort of the nature of changes of things to come with regards to survival and life on this planet and also on other planets. For some of you, you are already aware of Commander Ashtar, or you know of him, or you know about the Galactic Federation. For those of you, you have no idea. For those of you, you might be thinking, I'm talking about Star Trek, and that's totally fine. And this is where, again, he's coming in, where he's sort of saying, you know, that's where they got their inspiration from. It was from us. That's what he's saying. So it's very cool. So he is being very gentle with me, to be honest, because he's aware that I'm very wary of his presence, because it's very galactic. But he has a lot to say. So nonetheless, let's get into it, okay? Right, so... And just before I channel, well, this is like the second time I've channeled with him, I get this sort of like tenseness around my chest area. So it's basically he's coming into my body, essentially, and I can't describe it. If you're psychic or a clairvoyant, you understand what I'm talking about. And also, just before I get into it, all of my sessions at this time are 50% off. So my excuse me, shamanic healing is 50% off. And shamanic healing being physical cleaning out energies of your physical body, and I do this remotely. I do know, and I'm very aware that I have skeptics here, and that's totally fine, but I do encourage you to have an open mind, and that's kind of all I ask for, really. I'm not here to preach any dogma or any sort of like, you know, indoctrination thing. I'm just here to guide. And I have testimonies that are beautiful examples of my work being done in the right way, and their lives have literally changed through my guidance, through the gifts that I've been given that I share, which is clairvoyance, claircognizance, clairsentience, and clairaudience. Okay, so of course I have 3 different types of tarot readings as well, which are 50% off. as well as the dream interpretation, as well as art therapy. Okay? Right. So, archangels, ancestors, guides, please help me to deliver the messages that I need to bring to the Abstract Medicine Collective today. Thank you. Okay, so what I'm seeing right now, my eyes are closed, is I've actually got my hands on an eagle's feathers. So they're his wings. I'm basically on this eagle. I'm sat on the eagle, and the wings are spread out, and my hands are on the wings of this eagle, right and left. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing right now. So for a lot of you, the eagle symbol is going to be very potent at this time. I believe that Archangel, okay, interesting, Archangel is coming through. Okay, so Commander Ashtar, what I was going to say is, I believe that, I keep wanting to say Archangel. I believe that Commander Ashtar is a benevolent being who is here to help guide us to peace on this planet. For those of you who are interested in researching about him, you will find out that during the 70s or late 60s, there was a television news interruption. He's telling me to use a tarot now. 1 second, let me see if I can get a deck. This deck? Really? Okay. Alright, let's use this one. Oh, it's not really... Okay, fine. I can use that. There was a TV interruption that lasted about 11 minutes, 7 to 11 minutes. And it was a news broadcast interruption. And it was him talking to our planet about peace. Okay. So he often comes in times where there's just about to be a WAR, okay? And he also, you know, a television is a channel, I'm a channel, so it's kind of the same thing is what he's saying. So whether it's through me, through light workers like myself, through artists as well, through musicians, he's saying through cultural, like visual culture, like Star Trek or comic books, you'll have an understanding of who he is, okay? Sci-fi as well. Okay, let me just put this back. 3 is going to be significant as well. I've seen 3 already here with the 3 of Pentacles, and we have the 3 of Cups. By the way, these cards are playing cards. I bought them in Mexico during the lockdown, on my way out of Mexico actually. And we have the 5 of Swords. Okay. So we have the 5 of Swords and the 3 of Cups. Okay, so the 3 of Cups usually is about celebrations and friendships. The 5 of Swords does talk about deceit and deceitful energies. I'm just going to, I don't think I'm even going to pause this video. I'm just going to get a cheat sheet that I made, and I'll be back in a second. In the meantime, grab yourself a coffee or a cup of tea or a glass of water. I'll see you in a bit. So I made this cheat sheet before moving here, and it's just my own sort of list of all the suits, just as, you know, a quick overview of all the meanings of the cards. I mean, I do know them, but you know, when you're channeling and you've got a lot of information come through your head, it's better to just be succinct as possible. So, the Five of Swords typically talks about conflict and disagreement. So for some of you, you might actually have had a recent conflict or disagreement with one of your friends, one of your group of people who you used to celebrate with. Maybe there was a celebration as well where there was some conflict with this person or people. There could even be 3 people, 3 to 5 people even, he's saying. So there's a lot of possibly competition or defeat energy within this realm of the friendship realm. This could even be family, possibly. There could have been someone who may have been winning at all costs. With the Three of Cups, we talk about love triangles, of course, as well as reconciliations. And as I mentioned, celebrations. So there could be something here where there may have been a reconciliation or like a plan to reconcile with some people, some old friends, and you realise that actually there was some deceitful information or deceitful energy. Interestingly, I actually had this experience recently with someone, and I mean, I'll just share just very briefly that, you know, with friendships, it's kind of a two-way stream. It's not necessarily expecting that if you do something, you expect exactly the same, but it's more of the energy of knowing that you deserve an equal, reciprocal friendship energy, you know. And I mean this over time. It's not just one blip and that's it, you know. It's not like, oh, you know, I get annoyed because there's just a blip on the road with a friend or friends. It's continuous and repeating blips in friendships. So I feel like this is going to be relevant for some of you. Just also pay no attention to my jewellery. It kind of clashes against the table sometimes. So, and you might be seeing some smoke because of the incense. Ooh, there you go, because of the incense. And also, by the way, I have no idea how long this reading is going to be. So it will be however long it needs to be. So we have the unseen. So there's something you're not seeing in this group or this dynamic of friends. Or there's something you're not seeing. And maybe spirit, the archetypes. We're going to have a look at this card in a second, actually. Is not showing you something physically about this person. Not physically, just in the body. I mean, in the physical world, about this person or people or groups of people that you wanted to reconcile with on purpose, because there's something that's actually unseen here that you can't see, and maybe spirit is not wanting you to see what is going on behind the surface. Okay. Let's just keep going with this. For those of you who are in a relationship where this relationship has maybe been on the rocks, then there's something that you know about this partner that you're with or this person that you're seeing who is not letting you see that they actually could be playing you with some other person or people. For those of you who are in a stable relationship, this does not qualify. This message is not for you with regard to your relationships, romantically speaking. There was something else that was coming through. What was it? Something else that's coming through. Some of you who have been on the twin flame journey, and as I mentioned in previous, I don't know which one, I can't remember which video it was, videos, this was a false twin flame, or this was a twin flame and this twin flame was genuine, so a higher level soulmate, if you will, where there was a divine connection, there was psychic connection and psychic communication with this person. I'm hearing psychic parlance, interesting. Commander Ashtara likes to use archaic words, and actually many guides tend to do that. They use archaic words usually when they come through. this person that you were really excited about reconciling with and wanting to be on the union journey with that person, there was deception, and there is deception at this current time with this person. Okay. I feel like it's going to be mainly a love reading, but this week, generally speaking, the energy is something unseen, something that's being unseen, okay, or even misread possibly. But let's have a look. Let's see about this Three of Cups, please. We have Five of Cups, so disappointments. Five of Cups. Excuse my nails. I need to get my nails done. Been painting like a maniac. We have the Five of Cups here. So the Five of Cups is disappointments and regrets, as we know. And there's a lot of cups here. There's a lot of emotions, a lot of tears possibly that has been wept. For me, or shed. For me, these two together, that's a lot of water. There's a lot of emotion. I just heard there's a lot of emotion at stake here. The 5 and 3 obviously add up to 8, and 8 is talking about leaving a situation that didn't make you happy, or someone that is travelling away from you, or you yourself is travelling away from someone else, because this situation, this person, these people did not make you happy. This could have been recently, this could have been yesterday, this could have been last year. Take it as it resonates. Let's have a look at this Five of Swords, please. Whoa, that was easy, quick. So we have the Four of Cups here. So we have the Five of Swords and the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups talks about missed chances, missed opportunities, and not seeing, giving up. So for some of you, you might actually be giving up on the twin flame journey because you maybe saw something that you didn't want to see. Something was revealed to you. I just saw 22 on the timer. And 22, as we know, in numerology is about balance, but in particular, soulmate energy, twin flame energy, love divine. Love divine, all love's excelling. It's funny because my friend Alexandria the other day, she posted something on her Instagram about agape, and it's interesting because this song, this hymn that's sung in the English church, which is the Anglican, is it Anglican church? I think, yeah, Anglican church, is a song about divine love, agape love, holy love, a love that excels beyond the body. And that's the love that one excels into when one ascends outside of the ego and has that love of the divine. Okay, so that can be the divine, seeing the divine in yourself, seeing the divine in another, seeing the divine in the divine. And I just, that came through, and I feel like there's something here where maybe you felt duped, that you had fallen for a divine connection, but actually it was not. So you moved away, and you went to pastures greener, and you left a situation that didn't make you happy, and this will not resonate with everyone. And the Four of Cups is obviously, again, all about that feeling of missed chances. Some of you, this person does feel like there has been a missed chance with you and has wanted to reconcile with you, but they themselves are maybe not seeing you as a divine, or they're not seeing the divine within you, the divinity within you. And this ends up being problematic in today's world. Okay, Because when we no longer see the divine in another, we lose respect for the other, and at the same time we lose respect for ourselves. So this is Commander Ashtar who's speaking now. We have a Four of Swords here. Okay, so let me just get the cheat sheet. He's saying I don't need it. I know, but I like to be human. The Four of Swords is all about needing to rest. And again, this is the energy that I was picking up on, is the energy of heartbreak. A lot of water, a lot of tears were shed. Okay, this again could have been this year, this could have been last year, this could have been yesterday. We do have an eye here. There's a lot of water here, and it just looks like this is from the past energy, and so tears were shed, and there's been an energy or a time of recovery here with the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords obviously talks about thinking as well as meditation and reflection too, doesn't it? The Four of Swords is usually someone who's lying down inside the church, and I just sang kind of a church hymn, and we have someone who usually is lying down, someone who is now being exalted into sainthood because they have given their body for battle, or they've sacrificed their life for a greater good. And this person is now exalted into sainthood. But usually in the, let's say, the normal day-to-day world, this is someone who is reflecting and meditating after a long and weary road, I would say. An emotional road. The energy of sacrifice is coming through again. This message of sacrifice came through in the last video. And there was an energy of someone who was overgiving, possibly. And this has got something to do with karma and dharma, and something to do with your past life repeating itself again, where you had sacrificed yourself too much because you were a monk, possibly, or a nun. Okay, so that's there. With the Cups energy, Cups does talk about the timing of months. So this could have happened a few months ago, 3 months ago, 5 months ago. And with the Swords card, we have the energy of a week. So this could have happened during the autumn months, or even for some of you a week ago, possibly. Okay, let's have a look at what else is going on here. Let's talk about this Five of Swords. What is this deception all about, please, Spirit? Disagreements. Seven of Wands. So we definitely have disagreements and arguments here. We have conflict. We have, needing to stand your ground here. It's definitely something that's very challenging. Competitive energy again is coming through. Maybe there's been a competitive energy, like a Mean Girls kind of thing, like the film. Competitive energy with another friend or frenemy or something like that may have happened a few months ago. And maybe this person is keeping an eye on you online or something, or there's kind of this energy of spying with the eye again here. And there's the energy of deception. So one of you or either of you are kind of keeping an eye on these people, whether it's a friend, frenemy. Maybe this is someone who is going out with, or sleeping with, or cheating on you with your partner, and you're keeping an eye on them online, possibly. And so you may have had to stand your ground and confront your person about this, possibly. For those of you with regard to this message relating to friends or frenemies or competitive energies, I feel like a lot of you are being challenged, possibly at this time, or you may have actually had an argument with this person, possibly too. There's also an energy of protection and perseverance too. And then, of course, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Cups. I do feel like there are two people here involved in particular, as in there are two energies that are sort of like wanting attention, but not in the right way, not in the sacred way, not in the divine way. There are two energies that are wanting to settle the argument, but it doesn't happen in the right way, the divine way. It ends up being explosive, very argumentative. There are also two people who want to settle the bill as well, so let's just agree to disagree energy. But there's an energy of an aftertaste that's very bitter, and there's an energy of deceit here. Okay, so that's what's coming through. Let's now get some. Let's get another deck. Which was the deck that I used last time? I can't even remember. Oh, using Dream of a Guy. Oh, I don't know. Quite a heavy deck. Let's see what this one is. Oh, let's see this one. The the Fountain Tarot. That's it. The Fountain Tarot. All right. Let's see the Fountain Tarot. So, okay. So we have the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups does talk about usually things that are, happily ever after, or at least feeling like you're getting all of your emotional needs met. Energy of happiness. But I feel like there's this past energy of someone or people who are kind of in ecstasy. There could have been a lot of alcohol involved, or drugs, or euphoric energy. This could be the energy of like sleeping with someone and just kind of getting wrapped in the illusion of everything is fine, everything is great, everything is dandy, everything is awesome, like that song. But actually, it's chaos. It's not so awesome, But seriously, on a serious note, there is that. And there's a lot of energy of like lightheartedness. The Nine of Cups on my cheat sheet says contentment, satisfaction. Yeah. So there was a lot of satisfaction, whether it was sexual satisfaction. But I also just heard the Rolling Stones, I can't get no satisfaction. So maybe some of you genuinely were not getting enough sexual satisfaction, possibly. Some of you just weren't getting your needs met in the right way, is what I'm hearing. In the right way. Okay. You also believe that this person, for those of you who are on a twin flame journey, and this person genuinely is your twin flame, but are not committing on the journey with you into union, you believe that this person is your wish come true. But I believe that this person has something that is he or she is hiding, he, she, they are hiding from you, I believe. Okay, so there's an energy of delusion. I also get the energy here of the shadow aspect of Pisces, where, oh no, everything's fine, I'm just going to cater to your needs, I'm going to sacrifice my needs for yours, that kind of energy. So you might have very strong Pisces in your chart. And we have 5 of Cups. So again, emotions. This is definitely talking about romance here. For those of you who are in a stable romantic relationship, this message does not resonate with you. But this could also be a friend or friendships that you may have been experiencing lately as well. Just take it as it resonates, basically. I just need to say that. So we have the 5 of Cups. So this is someone who, again, interesting, we have the 5 of Cups here. So I feel like this person did not get their needs met in the way that they wanted to get their needs met. I'm getting the energy of manipulation. I'm also getting the energy of manipulative tactics. There could be someone, take it as it resonates, whatever the situation may be. I'm seeing 2 people, one person or 2 groups of people. One side is catering to the needs and believing this person is God's gift. But I also believe that there's kind of an energy of someone who's putting this person on a pedestal. The bubble has burst, I just heard. The bubble has burst. And I believe that this person has been found out for either cheating or has been found out for doing something that has not been holy. Something, I just heard haram as well. Haram is a Islamic term, Muslim term. which is, you know, dirty, unclean, not sacred. I also believe that this person has been found out, and they've been caught red-handed. They've been hoodwinked, even. Anyway, so the Five of Cups, again, is regrets and disappointments, and this person regrets. For those of you this person who has genuinely like a soul and doesn't want to be too manipulative or we all have manipulative tendencies, okay? We just do, whether you admit it or not. That it's paying attention to that before we actually put action into it, okay? This is about growing up as well. This is about learning from your mistakes. For those of you whose person is a twin flame, I believe that this person has regrets about how they treated you, how they didn't put you on a pedestal, how I saw 555 on the timer, which is big changes. I believe that this person has been going through a lot of changes, a lot of changes, whatever they may be, whether in the body, their mind, in their environment, their work. This person has a lot of regrets about how they treated you or mistreated you. It's not to say that you need to take them back. I'm just channeling and feeling their energy. I feel like this person is in a very dark place. I also feel that this person may need to get some counselling or some sort of help for a mental disease as well. This person is in a very gloomy state right now, and I feel like these are things that are being kept from you because Spirit is here to protect you from this energy. And overall, again, we have the Seven of Swords. So again, there's this energy of lies and deception. You know, this person will do whatever it takes in order to get what they want or need. I'm getting the energy of someone who has an addictive personality or has addictive traits. We have the Seven of Swords, which does talk about deceit and betrayal. So this would be a confirmation for those of you who are feeling something where your person is stepping out. This is confirmation of that. If you would like a private reading about that, you can book on the website above or below here on YouTube, and you can just pay on Apple Pay, and I'm happy to guide and help you get some more clarification. There's 3 different types of readings that I offer, and everything is 50% off. So yeah, so the Seven of Swords also talks about humiliation. So I feel like this person may have humiliated you somehow. There's an energy of someone who did a nasty deed and put you in a situation that you felt humiliated. I actually know someone in my immediate environment where a similar sort of situation had happened very recently, as in literally last week. And this Queen of Swords is confirmation of this person, and they know who they are if they're watching this video. Queen of Swords is someone who is quickly becoming a divorcee, so someone who is divorced or will be divorced from this person, okay? So anyway, I'm going to put that back in. Right, so that's what I'm going to use with the Fountain Tarot. Let's see if there's another deck that's calling my name here. For those of you who are single at this time, I just saw a flash of the Nine of Swords. You're single for a reason, and you're single because you observe more, you have learnt, you have experienced, and you have grown wiser from these kind of energies coming into your life, and so you would rather be single and play your cards right this time and take your time. How are we now doing? We're 40 minutes in. Should we have a look at the past life cards again? Oh no, or shall we have a look at... So they're saying, let's look at the past life cards. Let's also look at Le Fin du Siècle cards by the Kipper deck, so with the Kipper Ciro Marchetti. Does this actually have a bottom? Yes, it does. Okay. There's another card there. Yeah, look, you know, en vol is a thief here, and we have une longue route, which is a long road, you know. So indeed, there could have been a lot of manipulative energies here of taking. Let's have a look at the Shadowscape deck. Okay, let's have a look at the Shadowscape deck. Let me just put this there for a second. So I just feel like I just heard it's incoming. So for some of you, these messages are going to be coming in soon, or your revelations are going to be happening soon. But this is the energy of this week. Again, it's another general collective reading. We have the Four of Wands and the Two of Cups. Let me show you these cards. This is a match made in heaven, literally match made in heaven. This is a lovers, you know, the Two of Cups is soulmate energy. And then we have the Four of Wands, which is the marriage, happy celebration. A lot of you are going to be coming into this energy soon. A lot of you are already in this energy, and those of you who are in this energy with your person, congratulations. You are with the right person. I'm seeing Pisces here, so there's a confirmation of that, you know, that Pisces energy. There's two fish there. So this could be talking about a friend or people that you were at a party with, or there was competitive energy or something like that, where there was some sort of deceit or arguments or something like that. Something untoward here. For some of you, you may have gone to a wedding with the Three of Cups here and the Reconciliation card and the Four of Wands. You may have gone to a wedding and you may have been picking up on something that maybe other people were picking up on that was not holy. Okay, alright. Yeah. So we have the Death card here, the Rise of the Phoenix. So for a lot of you, including myself, the Death card is a start of a new, fresh, inevitable cycle. It's the energy of ashes to ashes, dust to dust, starting anew. Whatever has gone has gone. It cannot be reconciled. It cannot be recreated. It is done. So that's the main message here. Okay, it is done, and this is a major ending with the major arcana here. Major ending, a major ending of hard learnings, hard trauma for some of you as well. You can't see this card, I'll just put that there. Hard lessons, hard experiences, difficult lessons. Energy of Scorpio as well. Energy of Scorpio goes diving deep into emotional matters. A lot of you who are in a relationship with your person and you know that they are your perfect match, the right match, imperfectly perfect, you know, you're in the right zone with this person, you're with the right person, you're starting to be initiated into tantric love making for the both of you, and I would highly encourage you to continue learning how to do that, and to get some further guidance as well with that. If you would like some guidance from my end, you know where to find me. There is very deep healing that takes place during your connection sexually with your partner. Okay, another message is for those of you who were with the wrong person, romantically speaking, let's say. You know, there are choices that are made and there's karma that needs to play out. And it's not necessarily right or wrong, but it's just lessons that you have to learn. That you were bound with this other person, sexually speaking, and you had to release your grip from this person. We have the Page of Wands. So a lot of you are learning. A lot of you are starting to learn a new skill, a new hobby. This could even be a violin, a musical instrument. I'm loving this change now that's coming through. So I'm going to now move these cards out of the way. Fresh energy is coming through, and I feel like the cards need to be respecting that energy too, as well as the message, of course. So yeah, it's fresh energy coming through. It's the summer months now in full swing in the Northern Hemisphere. For those of you who are in the Southern Hemisphere, you've got some exciting energy coming through for you. What is done is done. What you've left behind has been left behind. You've closed the door, you've thrown away the key, and you've chucked the key into the ocean. It's that kind of energy. A lot of you are single at this time and you're having a lot of fun. We have the King of Swords here. For me, this is Archangel Michael energy. I don't feel like this is a person at this time. I actually feel like this is Archangel Michael, who's actually helping you to... I'm literally seeing like a wall of cloud. That Archangel Michael is helping you to move away from your past, your difficult lessons, and just move forward into a brighter day. If you can see in this card, we have him stepping on a skull. So that, again, reiterating the Death card energy. And then we have the Vitruvian Man here by Leonardo da Vinci. We have the owl, and we've got some crows. So again, speaking about wisdom, we have the owl. So you've learnt through experience to maybe that you know sometimes doors are closed and need to be shut for a good reason. Okay, and I mean that metaphorically with people. There are people that come into our lives for a reason, for a season, or not at all. Okay? So Archangel Michael, for those of you who are very connected with him and are praying in support of, asking for support, then your messages have been received and have been taken into consideration. We have the Hermit again. So for those of you who are ending a relationship that has been filled with dread and pain and tears that have been shed, and deceit and betrayal, you're now moving on to being single and solo. You're going on a spiritual journey alone, and this is necessary at this time. Very strong Virgo energy, which is confirmation of the person that I am picking up on with one of the messages here. You may have Virgo in your chart. You don't have to have Virgo in your chart. That's fine. But nonetheless, a lot of you are on a spiritual quest. You're also looking... You're looking for a guide, a master, a spirit that will help you along the way. I'm laughing because I must have done that a while back, ask for a spiritual guide, and of course, your guides come in all different shapes and sizes, and I did not expect Commander Ashton to come through as my guide. And anyway, here I am, starting a new project here as well. Page of Wands is starting a creative journey too, and and he's there to guide. But here also on Abstract Medicine we have this sort of new guide here as well to help us along the way. We have the Five of Swords again, which does talk about deceit as well. So there could be someone who's wanting to come back in. Oh, there you are. Come back in and communicate with you. But I would say to pay attention, be careful. Because I think there could be conflict. I also feel like I'm sort of getting someone who's pushing as well, pushing, sort of like elbowing themselves in. This could also be in your line of work, in your creative line of work, or in your job, there was that energy of competitive energy, remember? Pay attention to that, because I feel like this person will elbow their way in to get what they want at all costs. This is the energy of someone that tramples over skulls and skeletons bodies and cadavers to get what they want. They have no remorse. So that's also a message for me too, because this is someone who I used to know who would do that. Okay, so that's kind of it for the moment with regard to the Shadowscapes deck. Let's have a look at the past life deck. I don't always read them as past life decks, cards, just because their messages are quite strong, so they can be read again past, present, future as an illusion. Ooh. Yeah, there you go. I actually feel like Commander Ashtar really likes his cards. I think I'm going to use them as his cards, because he's saying you're leaving leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. So we have leaving or travel. Remember, I spoke about leaving a situation and moving forwards, leaving a situation behind. There's that suitcase there that's been left. Or maybe you're packing your suitcase, you're leaving or moving forwards, you're starting a new journey here with this train track. Remember the last card, the last reading we had a train, transportation, and we had galactic energy, which is when he really came through. Alright, let's see what else there is here. Let's move these. Okay, no putting that there. Right, got it. So what you're not seeing right now is, for those of you who are feeling stuck, things are going to be changing very soon. Let me just adjust the camera. 1 second. Okay. All of them? Okay, let's start again. You're not aware right now that you're actually going to be moving forward if you're feeling stuck. Things are going to be changing drastically. There's an inevitable ending in a relationship. Some of you may have experienced a literal death recently, and I give you my sincerest condolences. And I'm sending you a big hug and a squeeze and a lovely cup of tea and a sweet sleepover and a bubble bath as well. It's not easy going through these journeys of mourning, and it's hard. And I do see that there is also someone on the other end of the veil, on the other side of the veil, who's keeping an eye on you from above. Okay. This is something that you may not be seeing as you're mourning at this time. This person has left this life in order to travel into another one. Okay. This person is also coming through as a guide for some of you who you know, who has transitioned from one life in the physical world on this planet and is now moving on to the next. This person is also learning a new skill as well on the other plane, and this person could be communicating to you through music, in particular, songs that you might hear on the radio. On the radio. Okay. Why am I hearing that 80s song? You my da-da, da-da-da-da-da, you my da-da. Flip it good, something like that. Oh, whip it. Weird song. Alright, that's coming through. Okay, so we have a mother here. So some of you may have a mother who has transitioned recently or has transitioned in your recent past, in your past, and this is the mother who's coming through as a guide for you. So that's beautiful. Gorgeous. This person who is your guide now would like to say that they're keeping an eye on you, and they also used to love enjoying reading books with you. They also see you wanting to read a book but that brings back memories, but you don't want to read it because it brings back bad memories. But actually this person, this mother, or this maternal figure is actually encouraging you to look at that book, because there are messages that you're not seeing right now that will be clear for you when you read and open any page of any chapter of that book. Okay, so that's a message for one particular person. Specifically, let me know how that resonates for you. I also heard Teddy. We have someone who's called Teddy as well, or has a Teddy. There's energy in that Teddy that will bring you a lot of healing, and holding and hugging that Teddy will bring you a lot of comfort because it's infused with love. Okay, beautiful. A lot of you are also coming into this new chapter in your life. Surprisingly, those of you who are single, who don't have anyone at this time, will be having a child soon, or two. We have forgiveness. So this person who's transitioned into the next life forgives you, definitely. They forgive you. You will forgive them. The message is to forgive, and there is no separation between you and them. Okay? Never. There never has been, there never will be. There will always be a connection between you both. This person does like the number 2. This person is very balanced. There's also a message here of doves as well, or turtle doves, that flock together. Birds of a feather flock together, but also this message of everlasting love. Again, that divine love we spoke about. A lot of you are going to be finding that energy of everlasting love with someone who you're coming into connection with, and you don't know who they are just yet, and it's a surprise because it's unseen to you. But I just saw spirit just go like this with their nose, and tap their nose with their index finger and go, oh, but I know, we know. Sweet. Okay. We have orphan here. Some of you who've had a hard luck with mothers in general, or maternal figures, or even with authority, have felt this energy of feeling left behind, and Spirit is aware of that and is asking you to seek refuge, I'm hearing. Seek refuge with someone who you feel you can trust, as a surrogate mother, I'm hearing. Okay, so this could be a teacher, someone that you know. You can even ask them and say, look, you've been someone who I admire for so long. Do you think you want to adopt me even as an adult? Or can I ask you, can I just mention your name as mother rather than your name? May I call you mother? Okay. For those of you who are in the LGBTQ plus community, and you are in a literal physical transition in your life where you're changing your sex and your identity, I do feel like there is a mother who is going to be there on the other end of that track or platform, even where you're possibly taking a train or a flight or whatever, a journey across town towards another place. You will meet someone who will be your adopted mother. Okay, beautiful. This person will help you to heal a lot of wounds yourself, to find the love within, but also this person who is your mother is very compassionate, sweet, very loving, open-hearted. It's the energy of the Queen, the divine energy of Mother Mary, as well as the Queen of Cups energy. Open heart, very unconditional, loving person. And this person smells really, really good too. So this is a feminine energy, indeed. It may not necessarily be a physical, gendered mother, but this person is very feminine and loving, and that's all you need. It doesn't really matter about what you look like on the outside. It's about the energy that you exude and the love that you share. Let's see what else there is. So for a lot of you, for a lot of us here on Abstract Medicine, a lot of us had to leave difficult situations, maybe even with one suitcase, and feel that energy of rejection, feeling that energy of feeling orphaned almost, feeling like there was a death within us, and even a death of innocence, maybe due to a trauma that may have happened in our past. But just so you know, Archangel Michael's been with you the whole time. Whether you are aware of him or not, he is real. His wings are huge, they're massive. My mum often sees him. I'm I don't see him in that way. I have not seen him like that. But I sort of see him in my third eye, and he's very majestic, he says. And I believe that Archangel Michael also works very well with Commander Ashtar as well. Commander Ashtar, so the messages that he's saying is that some of you feel very alien on this planet. You don't feel like you belong here. You are confused about your gender here with the male-female. I did speak about LGBTQ+ as well, so there could also be a confusion here with regard to your gender as well on this planet. And I just heard it's so that you can come here to preach and support and be a mother and be that loving energy to others who are also feeling that too. Again, we have biblical. No, this didn't come this came in a private session, but we have biblical here. So a lot of you were living in biblical quote unquote times, and you sort of felt this separation during this time between a mother and daughter, or maybe one of you have had to leave. Say, for example, historically, I also just had suffragettes as well. Historically, there were children in England during the Second World War who had to go to the country, like here even, where I am, and leave the city for safety. So yeah. I also do see that there was a separation during the biblical times of gender roles, where the male had to fulfill a role and the female had to fulfill a role as a female. In this life, you find it very difficult to contemplate or understand why either should fit in either, box. You believe that all people are equal. We have ships here, so a lot of you are big sailors. A lot of you love to travel. A lot of you love to embark on a journey, and a physical journey, a spiritual journey, and a lot of you are being asked to go on a quest within spiritually and understand why there are certain patterns that happen in your life and why they repeat themselves, and for you to stop that cycle in this life and to clear your karmic debt as well, I just heard. Okay. Yes, and we have vows here. So we have vows of love, but we also have vows that are made in other lifetimes too, that can have an effect on this lifetime. Let's now have a look at the Fin du Siècle cards and wrap it up now, please, Spirit. Thank you. General message for the collective, please. Thank you. Archangel Michael's been by your side this whole time. Yeah, désespoir, which is desperation, despair. Again, this energy of despair that you're leaving behind in your past is in the past. Some of you have even lost jobs. Some of you are really worried about your finances at this time. Get guidance, get counsel about this, and find a financial planner or someone who can help you build your finances and not trigger this feeling of loss within you or feeling that you're not worthy, okay, within you. Please get help, financial help. You could be the age 32. Did I see one card that flips or not? Let's get one more card about le désespoir. It's that feeling of down and out, feeling that you can't afford your rent, can't afford a mortgage, can't afford food. Look, to be honest, we're all at this time in the UK, we're all, or in the world, I don't know, but in the UK, the cost of living has gone up extortionately, and we're all needing to tighten our belts, okay? So think twice before making that purchase. And then we have horizon lointain. So we have long distance horizons. I feel in the long distant future, there's going to be, I would say, beautiful horizons. that will anchor you, and also have that feeling of unstuckness too. So unstick yourself from a situation that's just no longer serving you at this time. If that means you need to change jobs, I would encourage you to do that soon rather than later. Especially now that we're not in Mercury retrograde, I would encourage you to do that very soon. If you're wanting to again relocate, we have ships again and travel. So I feel like a lot of you're in the wrong place, I would say. You've been in the right place to learn those hard lessons, that's for sure. But you've been in the wrong place for your work, and it's time to move forward. Some of you are literally going to be taking a trip over land and sea, and it's time. It's the energy of new horizons, the energy of adventure, the energy of conquest, even in a positive light. And I would say, how can I serve? If that's if that's going to be a prayer, I would encourage you to say that. You know, how can I serve? At any given time, how can I serve? How can I serve? It's getting quite warm in here, by the way. I'm going to have to wrap it up soon because I don't have my fan on. And I'm upstairs, so you can imagine the heat is quite warm. The heat is on. The heat is on. Alright. Okay, thank you. It's funny. We have juridiction, so judgment. We also have a judge. I do feel like there are these two people. We are gathered here today with these two people in front of us in the Holy Church of Love and Matrimony. Something of that line, okay? And I feel that there's a marriage coming along, there's a wedding for some of you soon. I also giggled because we have Personne Militaire, which is the energy of Archangel. Why do I keep wanting to say Archangel? It's because they've either turned him into an Archangel or they want to turn him into an Archangel. I'll read up on that. Commander Ashtar, and I spoke about the military person. And 22, he loves balance, by the way. The energy of balance keeps coming through in his reading. Well, not keeps, that's the only second time I've sort of tuned him in. He loves balance. All's fair in love and war, he says. But not war. He does not like war, I'm telling you. He's a lover, not a fighter, essentially, is the message that's coming through. So, I also do see that there's going to be a distinguished person coming into your life. This person may also literally be an orphan, or you may also want to adopt a child. For those of you who can have children, can't have children, there is that option for you, which is a great option. 22 is also, I would say, he's going to be a guide for love and lovers. Kind of like Archangel Raphael. Oh, that's why. So Archangel Raphael, I think, works with him. Commander Ashtar. We speak about war and how he doesn't like war, and his sword is down. I know he's off duty and he's wearing all his regalia. But how about we actually wear our emblems and our prizes and our, distinction on our sleeve, on our lapel, where they are awards of love rather than battle. Okay, this card wants to come through. Can't make it up, my friends. And we have marriage. Okay, so we have mariage. There is a wedding. And there is going to be a wedding between two people. For those of you whose mum is no longer in this life, there's definitely a mother overseeing all of this and will be overseeing all of this, I promise you. There is definitely going to be a marriage. I'm super pumped. I'm so excited about this. A lot of you are going to be getting married very soon to a person of distinction. Let's now have a look at the Kim Krantz guidebook, all about the unseen. We also have number 3. Again, so number 3 is significant in this reading and in the messages that I've been channeling today, and I will be. Commander Ashtar has been quite gentle on me today, so thank you, Commander Ashtar. Let's all give thanks to Commander Ashtar right now. That channeling of the day was kind of intense. And again, we have a changement at the bottom of the deck. Change, a big change. A lot of you are moving home as well, relocating. There's a lot of, you know, if everything is still and nothing much is going on at the moment, things are going to be changing big time in your life. Big. And let me know. That's not the one. It's this one. Okay, so let's have a look at the unseen. That was it. I spoke about 3, number 3. You'll be seeing 3s. You'll be seeing 2s. 2 birds. 2 this. 2 this. You'll be seeing boats. You'll be wanting to travel. You'll be having that energy. It's like the motor will be running for you in your life to get that spark and energy to move forwards towards your dreams and travel and relocate and make a change. We have number 22 as well. Oh, again, 3. A lot of you who, you know, we spoke about divorce, you know, this again, we'll talk about that. The judgment card is the judge and finalising paperwork. But this, you know, marriage was also a legal partnership too. It does not have to be an actual marriage. It could be a ceremony. All right, so let's have a look at the unseen. Oh, if I could just find the list. Where is it? Why can't I find it today? Okay. So, the unseen. Where are you? Page 115, and we have 27 here. Okay, again, so 115. Gosh, it's caliente up here. Okay, so the unseen is part of the selves section. So the selves, let's just have a look at the selves section that Kim Krantz talks about. It's such a lovely deck. So the selves, even if you are totally new to the idea of archetypes, it's like you've come across a handful of the concepts behind cards 1 to 30. A yoga teacher might prompt you to embody the warrior. Beyonce might stir in you a feeling of the queen, and maybe, just maybe, on the late night dance floor, you let the animal run for a song or two. These cards represent the many sides of the self that are either awakened or asleep within us. Since they are archetypal, we all have all of them within us. They may not be embodied or emboldened, but they are there. Remember, these are universal forces. There's no getting away from their energy. Repression won't work. Denial will only complicate things. The goal here is to use the cards to awaken the full range of archetypal selves, giving light, space, curiosity and acceptance to the ones that need it most. At the same time, we don't want any particular one to dominate or run the show. The more we can engage with the multiple selves within us, or within, the more we can live a fluid and adaptive life. Each of these archetypes has a time, a place, and a precise potential energy that we will need someday. So again, it's the energy for those of you who are transitioning between genders, or are changing your identity to gender fluid even, this would be your message as well. Alternatively, for a lot of people, the messages that are coming through here is to be unstuck and to be more fluid, okay, and flow. So the unseen, this card here, the unseen is just as it sounds. We cannot see it. Let me see if I can pick it up. I need to cut my nails. Hang on. Here you go. If you'd like to take a picture of that, go ahead. The unseen is just as it sounds. We cannot see it, yet it sees us, watching and waiting with wisdom, both kind and instructive. We feel this presence, sense it, intuit it, and then doubt its existence. Though it rallies our attention time and time again, the energy of the unseen may come in many forms: a compelling dream, a sudden insight, a clear voice, a vision or message from a loved one who has passed to the other side. What did I say? I spoke about that, didn't I? It is natural to fear these communications. So I'm giggling because of Commander Ashtar. I spoke about, fearing his communication. So it's natural to fear these communications as they challenge our perception of what is real. When this card appears, your guides are near. The eternal is present. The doorway between worlds is ajar. Listen. The sounds may seem as though they come from a distant land, but they call from your innermost chambers. Okay? So when in light, clairvoyant guidance, whispers of wisdom. When in dark, looming energy, unwillingness to forgive. And we have the forgiveness card right here. Okay? So it's time to forgive for a lot of you. Not forget, but forgive. Go deeper by maybe reading or watching the film of King Hamlet. Or, King Hamlet, The Three Fates, The Shining. It's the spirit, the ancestor, the eternal, this card. Okay, so the ancestor would come in line beautifully with the mother or maternal energy here, grandmother even. So you might be receiving a mother, maternal energy. Interesting, like I had my auntie come through the other day in my dream, and I spoke to my mum and she said she'd also experienced her that night too. So there you go. Guidance comes in many forms. Don't expect it to be glittery or comfortable. The spirit world speaks the truth. Sometimes it soothes and sometimes it burns. Being graced by the unseen is a gift. Treat it kindly. Allow yourself to be seen by eternal eyes. So that's what I have for you with the archetype cards. And then we're going to get one more card, or maybe the light's gone out. So for some of you, you may have literally have experienced a recent death, or someone who's transitioned from this world to the next, who was a female or feminine energy. They're showing themselves in butterflies, white doves as well. They are also your guides too. So, we are now using the Messages of Life by Mario Dugai. Okay? Let's get into it. I love the energy of the back. Okay. I have faith in life. You can take a screenshot if you want. There you go. I have faith in life. Today I give myself to life. Today I give myself to life. I live in the here and now, without concern for tomorrow, because God is always near and will never let me fall. My faith surrounds me with light. No matter the circumstances, I let go, having faith that life will always provide what is most beneficial for my soul. Especially for those of you who are worried about money right now. Let's get another card, why not? And are worried about how to make ends meet. Okay, have faith. Everything is working in the way that it needs to, but also pray. Live for love. This card has come through in the Ashak Medicine Collective before. Live for love. Today I put love into everything I do. It is love that gives life to all things, and I open my heart to this great power. I act gently and speak with kindness. I fill each thought with love and light. I love God and all beings everywhere. I live for love. I love myself. So forgive yourselves, love yourselves, have faith, don't be hard on yourselves, ask for help in this world or from the other realms, from a distant horizon even. Put love into your work as well. Putting love into your work will bring financial support too. I'm going to get an Archangel Power Tarot card, why not? I'm feeling generous today. More than usual. Okay, let's get an Archangel Power Tarot card. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Well, will you look at that? So definitely this is a message for someone, for all of us, to keep the faith. So leap of faith, Archangel Metatron, believe in yourself, listen to your heart, do what gives you joy. Gorgeous. 2 of Ariel, we have another 2 here. It is important to have balance, working multiple jobs or projects at once, making work fun, and putting love into it. Why not? Yes, I am going to read what's in here. So, leap of faith, 0. 0 to hero. A lot of you are going to be admired for a lot of the work that you're starting to put into the world with love. You're starting a new chapter. Let's have a look at this card. Okay. Archangel Metatron brings you this card to encourage you to take a leap of faith. You are fully empowered to follow a new path in life that is full of excitement and wonder. The opportunities for evolution and growth are truly unlimited if you'll just have faith in yourself and believe in your dreams. You have only to take the first step to find yourself on the way to a happy new life. Your angels and guides will send helpful people to assist you as you go along. You are encouraged to be proactive in researching whatever information is required. Don't let a lack of experience or self-confidence hold you back. You are meant to have the joy you seek. Additional messages: being self-assured and believing in yourself, childlike innocence, unending curiosity, the joy of life, courage, follow your heart. Archangel Metatron is a loving and protective guide to young or highly sensitive people. He can help you free yourself from situations that no longer serve you. Metatron can also give you the courage and confidence to make important changes in your life. Call upon the Archangel when you wish to get in touch with the child that is within you, or to release old fears that are holding you back. There you go. Let's have a look at the 2 of Ariel. 2 of Ariel. Major changes. 2 of Ariel would be the 2 of Wands. No, 2 of Pentacles, rather. And we did have the 2 of Pentacles that did come up at the beginning. So, where's the Ariel energy? Here. Someone who's upside down, Archangel Ariel is like, what are they doing? Balancing their yin and yang, their feminine, masculine energy again. We all have feminine and masculine archetypes, remember? Needing to balance the feminine and masculine archetype within us. Particularly when you're just at the beginning of the divine love journey. You find that balance first before you attract that mate. And then we have the infinity loop as well. Eternal. It's important to have balance. You may be working multiple jobs, or you have several projects going on at once. That's me right now, with 3 jobs. Reconsider your to-do list. Is it really necessary to accomplish it all? The key to managing stress is to think of ways to make your situation more fun. Look at life in a playful way. You may be having challenges, balancing your budget, being cautious of juggling your finances in a way that causes long-term difficulties. Career changes should be looked at carefully and decisions made slowly and logically. So going with the flow, making it look easy, the ability to get by on little money. So I did speak about, tightening your belt. Well, dear ones, that is all that I have for you. He's saying go on, let's just get one more. Wait 1 second. Say one more. Where are they though? Aha, here they are. Frida Designs, Major Arcanas. Let's have a look. General message for the collective with regard to the unseen. Thank you. Pisces energy, the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man. So needing to see something from a very different perspective. You're not seeing something clearly. You're definitely needing to see things from a different angle, a different viewpoint. Maybe this is about releasing your ego, releasing any stubbornness energy to at this point as well. And I would say maybe taking a step back, just like a painter does, when we are needing to see how the composition is going to work out, where everything is placed, all the images and shapes are placed. The best thing to do is turn the painting around and see it from that angle perspective, and then we see how to balance out the composition. Again, balance and perspective here is also being highlighted. I do feel like there is a need to step back and reflect on whatever situation is holding you down right now. Actually, maybe you should see things possibly with, actually, it's not that bad. This is actually something that is releasing me, and I can use this as a meditative, spiritual practice, whatever it may be. So that's what I have for you, beautiful ones, and I'll catch you on the next one. Lots of love. Mwah. Find me on my website and you can get 50% off. All the information is right there. Lots of love. Take care of yourselves. Hydrate. Ciao for now.